Alright guys, this is Blaze after a long run of labs. So, kind of want to talk about the event which is going on, which is the varnish event. Basically, this is the event. This item has been corroded, that can no longer be used as a varnish, so basically you trade these corroded ones with powders, etc. Combine that together, you get this, the golden weapon varnish, or the golden ones. Well, this is used to, from SR grade level 1 to 30, spend 1 Adena to use, unavailable for use after event ends. So basically these are one-time varnishes that is only available and only used during the event. So which is, at the 28th it will expire and will go back to the corroded version, loses its power, and then you sell it as Adena. Now, a lot of people don't know what to do with these things, but these things are kind of the best thing right now. If you want to swap from PvP gears, like I know a lot of players still haven't finished their PvP set and haven't done their, for instance, this is my PvP set. I have it set up. I'm not using my PvP dagger anymore since it's that much worse than my current elite one without annihilate up to max. But yeah. This is my farming gear. It's basically it's a mix set, and the only reason WoW just killed a lot of people for some reason. But yeah, basically what happens is I'm using a mix set, and using a mix set doesn't really matter because the set bonuses kind of doesn't really give you a lot. So match HP and crit resist, which is really weird on the elite set, by the way. Crit resist should be only against human players. But yeah, this event is the best way for you to swap lanes from PvP to PvE, or making that rare, red rare, blue rare, elite sets, etc. that you need. So a lot of players still having doubt on this event. This is the best way to use it. Now, going on to what I've been farming this whole night and not sleeping. It's 6 AM here, which is crazy. Right, so right now I'm just going to finish my last part of the event, and last part of the recipe, bind that. And let's see what I'm supposed to do here. Alright, I'm just gonna make my elite UI. For people who are thinking what to UI first and why, I did this route because I'm still at the elite farming game, and some people don't want to bother with it. They want to use magical. It's all up to personal taste. Since magical, you basically kill faster and get way more loots and Adena, etc. As some of you other players have experienced. And but I went after elite because if you're ahead of the curve in general, you have way more farming space. Well, actually, in general, you have way more farming space because there are way more elites than magicals usually. But let's finish this thing. All right, so it gives me that, telling me I can prompt that, craft, limit break, and that's give me something. All right, straight out the bat, it gave me this much. Now all the substats went up, of course. Okay, actually, yeah, it did. So what now I am supposed to do is check all the gears. It's already at level 3, so what I do is use the varnish. Alright, so using 1 basically gives you half of the EXP bar, and using 2 makes it max level. I think that's how it works. So if you have limit break level 40 and then you use 2 golden armor varnishes, what's going to happen is he's going to be masquerade. But for my case, I could care less, and I'm running out of Adena since I combined a lot of things and trying to get the ripped recipe and then salvage it. But I got this, which is what I can't really salvage. I don't really want to salvage right now since I don't have the stone to upgrade it and then salvage. And this is the elite one that I kind of want to use to limit break on. But yeah, it only costs 2. Why not? Just go for it. And yeah, that's another 10k. So basically my farming gear is out DPSing. Oh yeah, it changes color as well. The details has changed, the sets has changed. So yeah, that's basically it. This is my PvP gears. This is my elite gear. So let's compare the stats. Basically, you are elite versus you are. Alright, so basically it has 50% extra more stats. The extra defense, I guess it's good. But yeah, the only reason I didn't go for elites is I didn't go for rare and went for elite is because of the recipe. So if you go and check the recipe, alright, so elite and boss are normals. Let's say they're normal sets. They only cost 10 rip recipe fragments and the scraps, etc. Now if you go to the rare ones, it costs 3 times as more, or actually more than that. I mean, armor fragments are easily gained. Armor scraps are easily gained. But the ripped recipe fragments will be a problem when you want to do the rares. So by the time you finally got 30, other people will be done. And if it costs 3 times as much to get to the basically it costs 3 times as much to get the One Piece UI rare, which is still worth it because the space stat alone is really good. But if you think about progression wise, if someone got 1 chest, that means I already finished the other parts, 2 extra more parts besides my current chest. So I would still have more base stats compared to someone around my level. Another thing to note is the substats will go up compared to before. As you've seen, it gives a lot of extra substats now. Almost double? If it's base stats, it's double, and if it's some weird stats such as HP drain and attack speed, etc., it doesn't give a lot of bonus, but it's still quite useful. So what a lot of players suggest is actually if you want a UI, for like farming gears, you want the attack speed on your boots, and you want to UI this one first because of the extra attack speed. Now some people are saying also you need 8 more HP drain, so UIing your head. I think I have one saved up. Yep, I have one saved up already. It's also worth it. Now why I went for the chest is mainly because of the aesthetics, of course. So you can see the whole set is looking different. It is red and flowy as usual. And let's see. I also needed the raw defense that it provides compared to previously it had like not enough defense. And I actually got patience up to 8 now, so it's way more usable. It also has the substats are so good compared to others. So I mean I could have used evasion instead of max HP, but I'm not gonna stress over that. But yeah, if you want to thinking about URing, you have to think about these as well. The substat changes, etc. Like the ones that like HP, defense, etc. Those are really high. So you'll see a large boost in CP, while the boost won't have a lot of CP boost compared because it doesn't have a higher raw stats over here. But yeah, the substats are still really good when you get extra attack speed, etc. So compared to my like attack speed, HP drain, like these two are really good. I got like 0.10 extra from this, and I got like I don't remember how many attack speed, but it's not a lot, but it does make a difference since I hit faster and I gained it back. Now another thing is try to make your limit break like once you get your UR weapon. Another tip is to level it and limit break it as fast as you can because it gives you so much extra CP and so much damage in the previous video shown. So that's another thing you need to consider about is like you already hit hard, you need to hit harder and harder and harder, etc. because you're going to harder and harder places. But yeah, basically let's talk about labs. But yeah, labs is not doable for a lot of people, I understand that, but if you do have a party and you guys take turns last hitting the bosses for the extra loot, it's still kind of worth it. But yeah, it's not readily easy for a lot of people. So this is the altar, you grab the buff. After you grab the buff, go all the way down, 8 off, easier actually. I would have killed the bastard for the fucking recipes. Jenas. Magical weapons, magical monster is a bit tough, but I think a lot of you already have magicals. Oh, look, a box. Oh, no, never mind that. Alexander. Thassos. Now, if you're lower level, what you want to do is lure the boss to a safe place and do it. So, like, I think there was a video that I posted in tips and tricks area that actually showed it. But if you do it like this, like you can grab Barbara and then call him all the way back down and start attacking her from here. And then just go from here, skirt around the sides, go all the way to grab ammos, and then come back to here, and then start. Basically what I do is I do this. Attack. If I can't survive it, I start kiting it. So basically, if they like hit them once, twice, heal, and then nuke them with a hard, heavy skill, etc. Just, you know, if you have HP drain, regaining health isn't that hard because you have potions, healing strike. You have like my skills. If you look at my skills, it heals quite much, especially with soul shots and clan buffs on. So like you don't even need the buff in some points. But yeah, it's this is a bit hard for most of the other players, I guess. But there are checkpoints that you need to meet. So elite gears need HP drain, you need to have enough defense, etc. I'm trying to skirt around these because these guys hit like a truck for some reason. I think they're magical or whatever, and they're fucking ranged. But yeah, Cloud is also easily pulled. You pull him to the side, do this, and he'll basically come down with you. And then you just need to cleave these down. If you have a buddy, it's way more easier if you have a tank that can actually do damage. But like at least he can self-heal, that's really good. Sophos, what you do is you come to the top, de-aggro everything. Then cut in, grab him, and then start doing your damage. The thing is that I'm a scavenger and like I do have slow skills, so it's easier for me to skirt around them and like hit and run every now and then, you know, like bam, bam, and then I run out. So it's easier for me to do this, especially when Soul Shot heals me like a lot. Now, other classes, they are heavy nukers. They can basically nuke the whole mobs and then just have to deal with the bosses, etc. But for weaker people, you need to team up. So yeah, that's about it. Let's think about. So Edwin. Edwin is another doable one, but it's quite hard. Basically, run right into him, pull to the side. Oh, and I crashed. And I died. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, basically, all these bosses are grabbable, and you can grab them to the side, etc. You know. So yeah, this is basically how you do the bosses, and the drop rate isn't so bad if you have a whole day or if you have a whole night with you and just keep on grinding, because I guess I got lucky. I got like 2 S-grade attribute stones tonight. I have like 10 more recipe fragments, and oh yeah, the mathers from the gargoyles are really good as well from the chest event right now. So lab is also a good place to farm them. If you need tips, just ask around, ask me, or ask other people who actually did the labs a lot. So you get, I think I got 4 or 5 already from the event. You also get a lot of unconfirmed scraps. It's about 1 to 5, I think, or 1 to 3 ratio. So if I open all these up, yeah, it's about 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, about, yeah, it's about right. But yeah, that's about the boss runs and like how do you get these stuff, etc. So yeah, as I said, just keep on grinding, keep on farming. Eventually you'll have some headway. Right, that's it.